Tuss tuss. Sounds good. Alright. It has been requested of me that I stream more of me playing Final Fantasy XIV. Not so much in that more as in there was some and now there is more being requested, so much as it is asked to stream at all in the first place. So here we are in the Final Fantasy XIV world. And I suppose we're on the end of the hype of Endwalker. I suppose we need to establish a couple things. First off, hello. Second off, I am not any good at this game at all. I am not a long-time player. I got into it because Akia, a friend of mine, was very into the game, as well as another friend, Lord Malhennis. Yes, quite the illustrious name there, but these two friends enjoyed the game and asked if I would play it, so I went ahead and got into it. And then, although I don't think Akia ever asked directly, I think he just expressed that he loved the game, and so I know getting into it would at least be nice there. But that all being said, I am extremely low level. I don't really know what I'm doing, so don't expect to come here hearing any grand pieces of information or advice on how to play the game. Chances are I'll say something really stupid before the end of the night, and well, hopefully you'll laugh at it instead of screaming at how ignorant it is. Regardless, I did play a couple months before Endwalker, and now that Endwalker has came along, I only picked this up yesterday, 2 days ago, since Endwalker, so I'm kind of in the dark as far as what new content was added. The fact of the matter is I never even made it out of the game's base content. So I'm still in, I don't remember what that was even called, but it's like the base game, I guess. I know there's a word for it. I noticed that they changed all of the monk abilities, so I've been spending the last 3 hours actually figuring out how those work. I think I've got it. We're only, I think, level 51, looks like. And so I'm sure that the skill rotations are different for higher level characters, but I think this is what we've got so far. So the name of the game is you use Thunderclap to gap close. You immediately go into... Oh, why do I have boot shine there? No, I think that was what I was on. Yeah, hold on. That shouldn't be boot shine. That should be dragon kick. Oh. There we go. Okay, you gap close with Thunderclap. You immediately go in with the dragon kick, which is somewhere. Here we go. Twin Snakes for the damage. Demolition if it's a high HP target to apply the DOT. And then you immediately swap into... What is it? Dragon Kick again? Wherever we put that. And of course this thing isn't going to live long enough for us to do a full rotation. But then from there, True Strike, Snap Punch, and now you've activated... Hold on. How does this work? I've now realized I know nothing. This is probably easier if I just look at the skill abilities. Okay, it starts out with Thunderclap. Ah, I remember now. Alright, so they added this weird thing called Chakra. I think Chakra was already in the game, but it functions a little differently now. So they gave you these two abilities. At least at level 50, we have access to two abilities. Steel Peak and Howling Fist. Steel Peak really doesn't seem that impressive at first glance. You can only use it when you have 5 chakra points open, and it only has a potency of 180, which is kind of garbage when you compare it to even like Bootshine. Bootshine has 180, so why would you want an ability that deals the same amount of damage as your level 1 skill? The reason is because it's considered an ability instead of a weapon skill. So it's almost like, if you use like D&D terms, it's almost like an extra attack as a bonus action. Because what you can do is you can, like if we Bootshine something, we can immediately Steel Peak and still keep rolling into the combo. Like we did it there. I know it's not very obvious when you do it, but it kind of lets you sneak in an extra attack. So your 3 ability rotation becomes a 4 ability rotation, but only on that first rotation because you need all 5 chakra points to do it. You can gain all 5 chakra points immediately if you're out of combat, but you gain it pretty slowly in combat. It's not viable to try to forcibly just sit around and gain chakra points. It's not worth it. It'll happen automatically, but it's pretty slow. From there, of course, so you open up with Dragon, because it has the potency of 290, which is better than Bootshine's 180. They both put you into Raptor form, or what I, in my head, I never remember the name, so I just have to call it Lizard, Cat, Monkey. So both Bootshine and Dragon Kick put you into Lizard form. And so you obviously go with Dragon Kick since it's got the higher potency. From there, you need an ability that puts you into cat form, I believe. Yeah, Lizard, Cat, Monkey. So which means we have the option of True Strike or Twin Snakes. True Strike technically deals more damage, but Twin Snakes increases all damage by 10% for 30 seconds, so you rotate into that. Dragon Kick, do the extra attack of Steel Peak, Twin Snakes, and then if it's a high HP target, you follow it up with Demolish for the DOT. If it's a low HP target, you can just use Snap Punch, because Demolish does garbage damage up front, but of course deals, I think, the most damage out of any ability you have access to. It's even if you don't deal the damage from the rear at 40, or sorry, at 100, you still do 40 plus a potency of 70 DOT, which, if I understand DOT correctly, which is not guaranteed at all, it's 18 seconds. A server tick is 3 seconds, so we divide that by 3, giving us 6 DOT procs at 70, so 6 times 70 is 420, plus the base damage of 40, so you're looking at 460. Between 460 and 520 potency. Potency, of course, if, again, I understand this correctly, is based upon your weapon. The weapon physical damage. The auto attack is how much damage is dealt per strike based on the delay, but it doesn't really matter because your physical damage is the only weapon stat, I think, that matters. I'm pretty sure, because the auto attack damage is merely the percentage of the delay multiplied by your physical damage, and I probably said that wrong, but essentially what it means is you will deal 41 damage over a 3-second period on average. The delay merely means how fast your animation plays when the animation actually lands and the damage is dealt. Theoretically, a lower delay would be better. Like if you have 2 weapons, so we have one here that has 41. If you have 2 weapons that both of them have 41, they're going to deal the same amount of damage no matter what. But theoretically, the one with the lower delay would be better because you're less likely to animation cancel yourself. You're less likely to not be in the correct position to actually have the hit land. Plus, arguably, since you're dealing damage faster, even though it's the same amount of damage, you could theoretically kill a mob before it would attack you. But the instance of that happening in a 3-second period, especially when you consider the delay differences between weapons are like in the fractions of seconds, it honestly doesn't matter. It's almost like speed factor in AD&D. Like, technically it's a part of the game. Technically, the better your speed factor, the better off you are, but it's pretty meaningless in the large scale of things. I think, if I did all my research correctly. That all being said, once you've done the rotation on a high health target, like you're fighting a boss, you thunderclap in, you dragon kick, steel peak, twin snake, demolish. Now you're free to do what is more like the vanilla rotation. That being said, I think when I was looking at this earlier, I might have done this incorrectly in my head. Because in my head I was thinking, okay, after demolish, you then rotate into the vanilla combo where you just boot, shine, true strike, snap punch. Except, wouldn't it be better? Because you go into monkey after demolish. Yeah, never mind. So after demolish, you don't even do the vanilla rotation. In fact, true strike, and snap punch. Now that I see this and I'm talking out loud, I think they might be obsolete. So something they changed, I really don't like this. They removed the positional requirements for the abilities. So I really liked the positional requirements for the abilities. In fact, I wish that there were more of them. But now, as a monk, you simply... Yeah, the only one with a positional requirement is snap punch and demolish. That's it. No longer matters where you stand. It feels wrong. Like, the whole reason I signed up to play monk is because I wanted to play a class that was difficult, like one where you were constantly repositioning yourself in order to maximize your damage. I really liked that in the original, but now if you notice, boot shine, nothing, true strike, nothing, snap punch has it, yes, technically, but nothing else does except demolish. Yeah, so I'm just really disappointed that positionals don't matter anymore for monk. And they even made the AoEs. Okay, so we didn't talk about the AoEs. We've got, where is it? Arm of the Destroyer, which is your opener, moving into 4-point entry, which I absolutely love the animation on. This is like, that's not it, it's this one. I absolutely love the animation on it. 4-point entry, and then from there we move into, or rather we close with, where is it? Rockbreaker. And that's basically your AoE combo. Now I could be wrong about this, but I want to say originally, the one in the middle, 4-point entry, did not give you the Disciplined Fist effect. I might be wrong, but I don't think it did. So what you ended up having to do is you had to rotate Twin Snakes in if you were doing AoE combat. So you do Arm of the Destroyer, rotate Twin Snakes, go into Rockbreaker, and then from there you did Arm of the Destroyer, 4-point, and Rockbreaker. But now you just kind of brainlessly rotate through your AoEs and you don't have to do anything. There's no nuance. So you just sit here and rotate these 3 skills forever. There's no need to deviate. Which I really don't like. I feel like they kind of... it's not like playing Monk was terribly difficult to begin with, but they took an already simple class idea and made it simpler, and I'm not happy, I guess, with it. I liked having to fight for that extra bit of damage that you got to do, and now you don't really have to. But whatever. I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Technically, we have Howling Fist, which is the upgrade... not upgrade, it's the deviation from Steel Peak. It deals even less damage than Steel Peak, which of course is our off... It's the offhand attack, or not offhand, it's the bonus action attack. But, it has the potential for AoE if the enemies are in a line. Honestly, I don't know why they gave us this ability. It seems convoluted But maybe I'll change my tune when we start actually getting into fights. Like, I kind of want to use it really quickly just to see it. I don't think I've ever... Yeah, that seems like a really short line. Like, I don't know why... Let's see if we can get our chakra back. I'll try to get a better look at it. Okay, so... We'll look at it from the side. It just seems bad. I don't know. Technically, if you hit 2 enemies with it, your DPS is higher than... Oh my gosh. Your DPS is higher than Steel Peak. Steel Peak, of course, is 180. Howling Fist is 100. So if you manage to hit 2 enemies, you've got 20 potency up. 3 enemies, it just gets better and better. But I feel like the chances of you striking 3 enemies are going to be kind of low, except in situations where your tank has drawn in a ton of people, and maybe you can line up a 3 mob shot, maybe. But it just seems so situational, and it just, I don't know. I kind of feel like Steel Peaks is such a nuanced part of the rotation in the first place, since it's only 1 extra attack and it's only when your chakra is full. You're really realistically, if you're not in an instance, you're only going to be using it on the first rotation, because the fight is never going to last long enough for you to do more rotations than enough rotations to get your chakra back. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems silly. And besides, if your tank has pulled 3+ mobs, you're just going to be rotating your AoE skills anyway. So there's no... It's not like you're getting a huge bonus, you're just getting a little bit of an extra AoE. That you have to line up? That's the other thing, the line. It's so specific. All of your other AoEs you have a very generous area of effect. It's about that size for all of them, if not exactly that size for all of them. But anyway, once you rotate through to demolish, you go back to Dragon Kick, but because you've been in monkey form, you get the Leaden Fist, which makes Boot Shine amazing, because suddenly Boot Shine goes from dealing 180 to 280. So normally you would open with Dragon Kick, because 290 is a potency of 110 higher than Boot Shine. Suddenly, after you get Leaden Fist, by using Dragon Kick in monkey form, Boot Shine goes up to 280. Now you might look at that and go, well, it's still 10 lower than Dragon Kick, what's the point? In fact, I did that very same thing. What? Why is there suddenly music? I never play with the music on. I was yelled at and told to play with the music on, so here we are. But, yeah, I don't know why the music suddenly started. Is it because it's daytime? Maybe. Yeah, anyway. I promise we'll play the game after we get all this mechanics out of the way. I have to discuss the mechanics because they're my favorite part of the game, of any game really. And unless I establish all this beforehand, I'll never get it right. Okay, but yes. So Boot Shine goes from 180 to 280, but that's still less than Dragon Kick. So why the heck would we ever use Boot Shine ever again? And the reason being is because you guarantee critical hit when you're in monkey form. Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. I think I realize now my error. No, you do need to do another full rotation, because essentially you don't get Leaden Fist unless you're using Dragon Kick in monkey form. That's right. And this is why I really don't like this change that they made, because Boot Shine is almost pointless now. because you're going to need to Dragon Kick, Steel Peak, Twin Snake, Demolish, back into Dragon Kick, because then we get the Leaden Fist, but that's not enough, because Bootshine is only better than Dragon Kick if we're using Bootshine in monkey form. And in order to get Leaden Fist, you have to be in monkey form, which means you're rotating out of monkey into lizard. This is so ridiculous. I sound like a crazy person. But you go from... So once you gain Leaden Fist, which currently, and later this might change, but currently literally only affects Bootshine. It's the only ability it affects. So Leaden Fist is only a status effect. It might as well just say, this only applies to Bootshine. Leaden Fist gives us the extra damage, the potency, on Bootshine. But it's only better than Dragon Kick, even still, when using it in monkey form, because of the guaranteed crit. So, essentially, after doing the rotation, we go back into Dragon Kick, do our True Strike, do our Snap Punch, because True Strike and Snap Punch have higher base damage than Twin Snake's and Demolish. And because Twin Snake's Discipline Fist effect lasts for 30 seconds and Demolish's DOT lasts for 30 seconds, we have time to do an alternate rotation of skills that maximize flat damage as opposed to buffing and DOTing. So we do True Strike and Snap Punch because their base potency is 270. True Strike's base potency is actually pretty good at 270. It wasn't until we got Dragon Kick that we really had anything that was higher. 270, 220 on Snap Punch. If you can do it on their flank, it's another 280, which is nice. Which then puts you into monkey form again. And because we have Leaden Fist, we can use Bootshine once. And then rotate back into Twin Snakes, back into Demolish, and the whole cycle starts over again. It drives me nuts that I don't know why they reworked it like this. I don't know why they reworked the whole system to just be like, yeah, rotate through everything twice so that you get a minor benefit on Bootshine. Like, it's a technical benefit. It's a technical upgrade. There's not a reason not to do it, other than maybe to save your own sanity. But it's just so obscure. It kind of makes me want to remove Bootshine from the main... I actually have it kind of on the main hotkey. I think I'm going to remove it from the main hotkey. Because... where did I put Dragon Strike? Yeah, I put Dragon Strike here, but I don't think I want it there anymore. I think we're going to move Bootshine over to a secondary crossbar. Because we're literally only ever going to use it in that one exact scenario now. Dragon Strike is better in every other situation. There's no reason not to use Dragon Strike or Dragon Kick. It's just bonkers. So yeah. They also got rid of the static buffs, but that's fine because Fist of Earth, Fist of Wind, Fist of Fire were kind of pointless. You used Fist of Earth because it gave you defense bonus, which doesn't really fit in very well with... like, a flat defense bonus doesn't really fit in very well with Monk, period, because they're DPS. It helps with survivability a little bit, or helped, I should say. So they removed that. Fist of Wind, nobody used that. Increased movement speed was kind of a joke. And then Fist of Fire, once you got that, there was no reason not to use it because it was just a flat damage increase. So they removed those. Actually, I was kind of upset at first that they removed them, but it makes sense why they did when I thought about it. They were uninteractive and they were static buffs. You just dropped them and then forgot about them. Instead, they added them kind of back in here in the higher levels for Riddle of Earth, Riddle of Fire, Riddle of Wind, and they don't quite function the same way. They kind of do, Also, if I understand them correctly, they are stackable now, because you used to only be able to have one stance. What were they called? They weren't even called stances, they were called fists. You could only have one fists buff active at a time. I think if I'm reading these correctly, we'll be able to use all three of them, kind of like rotating them in and out when the situation requires us to. Like, we would use Riddle of Earth if we need to survive something. And then Riddle of Fire and Riddle of Wind are both basically just flat damage increases. Yeah, anyway. Alright, so I think I understand how Monk is played again now. And from there, I honestly have no idea what to do. Like, I guess we just do quests. This was sort of the problem last time I was playing. I just did a bunch of quests forever, hoping to catch up with my friends, and I never did, and I felt like I was drowning in content, and I kind of got burnt out. And I was advised to not worry about it so much anymore. To just kind of do whatever we wanted to. You know, I will say, I don't know how much of a Final Fantasy XIV fan I am, but I think, objectively, from an MMO standpoint, this is probably the best MMO I've ever seen. And I don't mean that as like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, everyone should play this. I mean, just legitimately, this is probably the best built MMO I've ever seen, from a quality of life standpoint, from an accessibility standpoint, from a sheer content to play standpoint. That being said, I am very lost as far as what we should be doing. I tried to do the story and plowed through as much of it as I was kind of comfortable doing. How do I bring up the quests? Oh, I think it's in journal. Yeah, I think Trauma Queen might be the plot. I'm actually not sure. That was the other problem, is I was just accepting every quest I could find, and that led me down some rabbit holes, which got confusing when I didn't know what the plot was. Maybe Trauma Queen isn't the plot. Maybe it's this Coerthus Highlands. I don't know. Last time I played, I remember we stopped somebody from getting pushed off a cliff because they were accused of being a witch or something, and that wasn't the case. And then I think a dragon popped up for no reason. But yeah, I don't know what the plot of any of the game is, aside from what I've seen so far. I guess we'll just start doing quests. Are we in the Central Highlands? It does say that on the map. I'm going to assume we're in the Central Highlands. So I guess we'll just do Central Highlands quests. A patrol of knights fresh from Triumph on the front has been led astray by the Willow the Wykes? In the blizzard of those that return, many are badly frostbitten. There is only one thing that can be done. 4 Wykes must be dispatched. Oh boy. I was also told that the quests in the base game are the worst, or the most monotonous, have the worst design, I think, might have been how it was put. So that wasn't helping either, because every single quest was, well, it was your typical MMO quests. Go to a place, kill a bunch of things. Oh, goodness, what was that? That looked like Magitech armor. Who had Magitech armor? I was a little upset that I couldn't join the Empire in this game. They're clearly the heroes. They are intelligent, organized people with superior technology, a passion for technological creativity, and they are not held back by their Okay, I wasn't expecting that. They're not held back by silly frivolities about, oh, nature this, and oh, what are the moral ramifications of that, and come on. How is the Empire not the good guys here? Alright. I kid a little bit, of course they're the villains, but I don't know why we're picking this up. What is this? Oh. Oh, I hope we can kill these things. What are Ixal? Or Ixalese? They're not a Final Fantasy monster I'm very familiar with. Then again, that describes most of the Final Fantasy monsters in this game. Who is this guy? Oh, he's not an NPC, which means this is probably also not an NPC. Why would they let us through here? I guess we take the high road. I gotta admit, I think I was missing out. The music in this game seems pretty good. Or at least well orchestrated. What is this? Oh, it's one of the Willow Wikes. But yeah, the absolute monstrous sheer amount of content in this game is mind-boggling. As a newcomer, I was extremely intimidated by it. And what I think is even more impressive is it doesn't really seem to be locked behind any kind of paywall, like in-game or otherwise. And that is to say, like, some MMOs, they almost become one of those things where if you're not a player who's just been in it for, you know, 5-6 years straight, you just can't do anything fun. But no, there was like tons and tons and tons of things for a completely new player like myself to just get involved in. I think the Golden Saucer was absolutely my favorite part of the game so far. When I first went to the Golden Saucer, I don't think I left it for 2 weeks. I just spent a ton of time in the saucer playing all the games. I didn't even have a reason to. Like, I wasn't trying to get anything. I wasn't trying to, you know, I wasn't grinding for equipment or crafting materials or anything like that. I was just having fun. Like, I think that's probably the weirdest thing about this MMO. It's the only one I can think of where you just play it to have fun. And the community is scarily positive. I'm actually really worried that, you know, one day it won't be like that. I guess we'll see, but what is going on here? What is this? They say there's a place in the south where the water's warm something. What is she, like, chastising them? Why is she making them sit in the pool of ice water? Let me tell you right now, as a member of the masculine race, that would not be great on the tchotchkes, however you say that. It's bad enough when you get into cold water, let alone freezing water. Alright. What are we doing? We accidentally did that other quest, which was this one. After a review of the Ixal's housekeeping and a battle to the death, you discover nothing more than an unusual... nothing more unusual than a pile of yew logs. Still, they grew not from these woods, and the birdmen hardly kept them as pets. Return to camp and give one of the logs to Belmont. Is he a vampire slayer? Hope you don't mind the chocobo in here, guys. Corentio? That's as good of a guess on that name as I'm gonna have. Back so soon and with full success? Those wikes never knew what struck them, I'll wager. By Halloween, it is good to have something go well. Forgive my outbursts. It has been a difficult week. Moon, some longer span of time. That basically just describes how I felt for the last 2 years. It's been a difficult some amount of time. Like a siege, though none exists. Ugh. Like a siege, though none exists. Yeah, that pretty much explains being trapped inside so long. And man cannot live in a constant state of unhappy strain. The success you convey back to me means a great deal. Cool, cool. What was that quest? Oh, it was the one about killing the willow wikes. Seems like the new... Oh no! Looks like I lost. Seems like the new, or rather the finished quest person should be around here. Here we go. What news, brother? What is it that you carry? A log, for some reason. Here you go. This black yew from the North Shroud. This is black yew from the North Shroud, unknown to Coerthus. The Ixal make of it living blinds and walls. The Ixal make of it. But the yew being slow to grow, why would they bother to cut it down and convey it west, unless the Ixal means to stay here? This is the beginning of a settlement. While the Ishgardians busy themselves with dragons, the birdmen are stealing this patch of Coerthus right from under their noses. I tell you, unless the Holy See acts now, the Ixal will rapidly gain a foothold in the area, and that means more war. And though that means more work for the likes of me, I have enough as it is. The Ixal are moving into Coerthus in a lasting way. It's no small task to bring those logs from the Twelves Wood this far west. They must be using their cursed balloons, those shiny birds. Even their supplies have wings, and what comes out of the balloons goes onto the grounds of Coerthus. We need to hit them now before their settlement gets bigger. The Ishgardians won't give a swive till it's too late. I need my own people. Take this letter to a reprobate named Isaudorel. We fought together in the Quiver once. His levies garrisoned at the Fallgourd Float. I fight not for Ishgard in this matter, but if they want to consider it a debt, fine by me. It goads me that the Ixal are waltzing into Coerthus right under my nose. Is that the plot? Is this the story? Well, we'll just keep doing quests until eventually we stumble into something that's the story. Alright, so we need to involve this guy's friend, who is somewhere. Heaven knows where that even is. For that matter, where are we? Somewhere. We're here. Okay, so this is where? Is that Gridania? Is that a place? Or am I getting my fantasy worlds mixed up? You could just teleport here. It's only 209 gil. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Looks like I didn't cancel it. That's fine. I'll just use a teleport ticket for a meager sum of gil. Where are we off to today? Damn and blast, that hurts. I hate being wounded worse than being dead. They call me the ram that batters, not the battered sheep. Raken, eh? Well, state your business. You know, I just realized it's spelled Raken, but I've always pronounced it Riken in my head. A letter for me? From Belmont. Well, well. I tell you, how the best tactics office the White Rams have... What the... I tell you, how the best tactics officer the White Rams ever had can suffer to be a Maulin sellsword, that one I'll never understand. The roads haven't rusted that bucket of his. If he says these shite birds are moving into Coerthis, that's good enough. We White Rams owe the Ixal pain. Tell him whatever we can do, just name it. I love being an errand boy. Damn and blast, that hurts. Damn me for being careless about those Ixal. Blast them for slicing me up like the side of a fish. Here now, before you go all the way back to Coerthis, why not stretch your legs a little? Get those Ixali wild talons for me. They had the look of newcomers to this area. That means they won't stray far from where I saw them. The Gelmora ruins. Look for fresh kills, something big. Yeah, why not? We're just these crazy adventuring people who just take random tasks from people to murder things. Well, it's not like we had anything better to do, I suppose. That is a big tree. Wait, I think we passed it. Oh, there's a dead person? Wait, no, that's not a person, that's a goat? Wait, what are we doing here? Why are we investigating this goat? Oh, he says they're living off wild game. Hide yourself near the antelope carcass and slay the Ixali wild talons when they appear. I see. Makes more sense now. Well, we sure did murder those two things for you, Mr. RPG guy. Oh, come on. Can't jump into the water. Can't jump into the water, can't jump on the ramparts. What kind of fun won't they let us have here? Did me a good turn, did you? Much appreciated, Riken. I'll be paying their friends a visit when I'm back on my feet. Still, Molkot's going to tear me a new one for letting the wild talons get a jump on me. This way I can at least tell her the birds didn't live too long afterwards. Why do they call me Riken? I thought I named myself Chezni. Is there a way to check character? Oh. Looks like I named myself Chezni. That would be why. And someone else has a quest for us. Well, what do you want? Isidorl's companion has been taciturn till now, but when Irene has something to say, all present are advised to listen. Well met, adventurer. May I call you Riken? I'm Irene, a tactical officer of the White Rams, and apparently a medic, for I find myself ordered to keep an eye on this lug. Oh shit, shut it. Is it Isidorl? So the matter you were speaking to Isidorl about. I'm certain Instructor Molcott will be keen to hear of the Ixal's movements in the west. Best you talk to her straight away and make plans. That be Maya Molcott, the leader of the White Rams and an instructor of the God's Quiver. She bides this day at Eugenia's Spire to the north. Take Belmont's words to her. And do watch yourself. Mia Molcott slain as many Ixal in battle as there are trees in the woods of this proud creek. She can be scary. Waste her time with maffles or bluster and she might use you as Ixal bait. Why are we doing this? Irene bids you to take Coerthus' Ixal problem up to the chain of command. I see, so basically just an errand boy. I liked the part where we just ran mundane messages from one location to another. Who scratches at my door? An adventurer on the prowl for Maya Molcott? I am a she, born to be the bane of the birdmen. I lead the White Rams, an arrow of the God's Quiver aimed at the craven hearts of the Ixal. I see. We must act now, right now, to stop this threat. Extending the defensive line against the Ixal northwest into Coerthus will be no stroll through the wood, but how the birdies will struggle in the nets. I can already hear their little necks breaking. She's a little creepy. Also, she has two different colored eyes. Oh. White Rams are stationed at Eugenia's Spire, ostensibly on guard duty. Oh yes, protecting the trees of this forest from the miscreants in the Ixali logging grounds to the north. Very defensive. Play defense long enough and the enemy forgets we can attack. I suppose that was the idea, but now the enemy anticipates us. Those mocking tweeting birds have sealed off the north corridor with a blockade. I spit on their cunning. It keeps me from their wee necks. Adventurer, take down the blockade with this bomb finger. Little birds not content to have a few more quiet moons before all hells break loose? Fine, the Ixal shall feel the ram right meow. Well, there we go. Wait, why did we join a fate? Is it the appropriate level? No, it's like way too low a level for us. So, what is this? This is a blockade? This is like a couple bags of flour that anyone could jump over. Well, guess we should get to blowing this up. I see. I think they're hostile. So you're telling me they couldn't walk like 100 yards down here and plant that themselves? Oh, too close. Well blasted. A perfect detonation. You put your little blockades, my wee birds, and down they go like a cradle on a bow. There will be nothing but nothing to stand between the White Rams and our prey. Come on, Chocobo Bill. The incomparable body language of her people says loud and clear that Molcott requires one adventure, ready to travel, right meow. Coerthus and the Twelves would. Busy little birdies they've been, filling their crop with all manner of juicy worms. Or juicy something else. How now, there's a thought. They could be extracting crystals from those trees. Treats for their big bird, the primal Garuda. Adventure. Are you as fleet as they say? I've got a letter to Coerthus for Belmont. And tell that by blow he can count on us, and that he'd better be as good a tactician as he used to be, even if he sleeps on the feathered beds now with a strumpet on each side of him. So the Ixali are linked to Garuda, the primal. She's one I'm not familiar with. I feel like Ifrit and what was the other one we fought? I think Titan. Those were ones that have been in quite a few Final Fantasy games, but Garuda isn't one I think I can remember seeing. I haven't played every single Final Fantasy game, but I've played most of them. It looks like we need to go that way, so that way we go. Anyway, I assume Garuda is just like a bird. Or a bird woman. Maybe she's like Birdramon. That wouldn't make sense. Garuda is probably wind element, right? Since there are, of course, the 4 elements. As is the Final Fantasy way. They never deviate. Unless you count the crystal fragments in 5. That wasn't really the same thing, though. Why did those fragments give you job classes? I can't remember. It's been... oh my goodness. It's probably been like almost 20 years since I played 5. I just remember it was like, oh no. Oh no, the crystal shattered. Well, I guess we have no choice other than to grab all those juicy job class fragments. Every time you find a... oh, I don't think we need to go this way. Anytime you find a crystal that you were supposed to be protecting, all I could do was hope that somebody smashed it so we could get new jobs. Okay, well... I love how absolutely terrifying those things are. I guess we've got a bit of distance to travel. Not too much, though. Like, what even is that? So you know Coerls? Coerls? I'm not sure how to say it. Cats. I know those have appeared in several Final Fantasy games. And then, I think the Opo-Opos, weren't those the monkeys in 10? I guess all I'm trying to get at is I'm not really sure how many monsters in this game were created specifically for this game, or how many were taken from other Final Fantasies, since 14 seems to be an interesting amalgam of, I guess this doesn't open. Amalgam of, previous Final Fantasy content. Oh, right, we need to talk to Belmont. Back in one piece, pardon me if I don't ask about the journey, but what did Isidoril say? Think he can get the White Rams interested? A letter from Molcott. By the 12, the Ixal are cutting down trees in the 12's wood, and offer the crystals to Garuda. 'Tis worse than I thought. She said that, eh? Suppose I've been soft long enough. I've eaten my fine table scraps and slept on a feather bed or two, though I won't swear to the other thing. It's the will of the 12 is what this is. The White Rams in the 12's wood, me and Coerthus, with whoever will join me. The high and mighty houses of Ishgard can go swive themselves. We'll stop the Ixal with or without them. Well, I guess we solved their Ixal problems. Yeah, I'll be honest, I really loved the castles in this location, and I hated pretty much every single NPC we encountered. All the political highfalutin idiots around here. It doesn't surprise me they wouldn't. But the plot revolves around them not solving a problem, relying on the mercenary groups to do it for them. I think Belmont's a mercenary. Well, the White Ram certainly is. Or are. That wasn't the plot, though. With utmost care. Aline tells you the Wanderer's Palace, a glittering trove of treasure uncovered by the Calamity. She burns to return there. That much is obvious. Speak with Abazi Charazi down at the docks of the West Camp Bronze Lake. Thanalan. Well, where is Thanalan? I'm not getting any quest indicators. Did I not mark it? No, it's marked. Thanalan is very, very far south, it would appear. Unless this is... No, that's it. Wait a minute. That doesn't look like Thanalan. That looks like Ul'dah. Is it? No. Yeah, it is. Wait, where's my home point? I guess we're gonna find out. Hopefully it's in Ul'dah. So for anyone interested, which is probably zero, I did begin the game as a cat in Ul'dah, and a monk, or I think it was called Pugilist, and have not dabbled in any other class. So Ul'dah is easily the location I'm the most familiar with. I didn't realize when I first... That is a naked person. Gosh, we missed it. Why was there a naked dude standing there? Yeah, I didn't realize when I first started playing the game that everyone gets... Oh, I guess we can't ride a chocobo here. Everyone gets a different beginning, kind of based on a little bit of their race and then their class. More than not. Seems to be the bigger deciding factor. When I first came here, I definitely hated it. I'm not a big fan of deserts, but the city's kind of grown on me. I definitely hate Gridania. Why do I keep calling it Gridania? Is it actually Gridania? I wish I had a way to check. Am I just saying the wrong word? I'm not a fan of Gridania if the Forest City. I'm just going to call it the Forest City until I get confirmation of it, what it's actually called. But I think I hate this place even more. Luminosa, or something like that. Not that anybody was asking my opinion. I know plenty of people love the Boat City. Where are we headed? I can't. It's my fault for playing with a controller. I wanted to be casual. So I thought, no, Chezni, just play with a controller. That way you don't try to min-max everything. But I think I might have shot myself in the foot a little bit by doing that. Oh, I read the description for Trauma Queen, not the Utmost Care. The Utmost Care says, Hahasako explains that the burning wall is filled with corrupted crystals. However, if you wish to obtain the highest quality sample, you must journey to the deepest depths and search for a corrupted cluster. Then, wielding the quarrying maul given to you by the scholar, you must fracture the cluster so that a smaller piece can be removed. Who is Hahasako? Ah, it's all the way over there. Well, forget that. We'll do Trauma Queen instead. Is it closer? No. Trauma Queen is all the way in Luminosa. We'll get the proper pronunciation eventually. I guess we're going to the dry bone camp. It's only 280 gil. It's only 280 of our mortally timed earned gil. We only spent our finite life force to go obtain it. I'll admit though, the mood is set so much better. Oh, how do I resize this? Yeah, whatever. The mood is set much better with the music on. I think if we just head west, we'll be okay. Oh. Sorry, Izzy, I missed all that. Yes, Limsa Lominza! Thank you so much. It was driving me nuts. It's kind of the degenerate map. Your friends are killed or prisoners right now, but you can't work on finding and freeing them until you take care of the primal the bird people summon. Gotcha. Yeah, I was kind of, like, really surprised. I was just playing the game, kind of just doing everything. I was like, okay, this is a pretty basic storyline. And then I just logged in one Saturday morning, and immediately everyone died. And you had to bury the plant lady. And I was very concerned about the sudden shift in tone. So you, Alphanod, and Sid are trying to get to Garuda with his airship, but you need to be able to get through her wind wall. Right! Because Sid and Alphanod were all like, well, we're just gonna try as best we can to get the old bird running again. That makes sense. I'd totally forgotten about that. Yeah, because Sid was at the priesthood or something like that. And he had lost his memory. Scholar assumes with the crystals. Gotcha. Okay. That actually is helpful in orienting me. Oh, and I always forget the top left tells you where the main quest is. So the main quest we need to do is... It is with utmost care. Shoot. So I need to go back to Gosh, how does it... Limsa Lominza. I hate that town. What is that thing? That thing looks awesome. Guess it's just a normal enemy. There are a lot of birds around here. Are we near the Ixals? Wait, where'd the quest marker go? Gosh darn it. Oh, and they aggro. Okay. Come on, game! I know what I'm doing. Let me jump down there. If I want to suffer the consequences of massive fall damage, I should be allowed to make that choice. More sponge. It seems that way. I thought Akia knew a lot about Final Fantasy, and then I read what you've typed, and it seems to exceed even his knowledge. The Malja are the dominant beast tribe here. The Ixal are between the forest town and the cold elf house. That's a great way of describing that ice place, cold elf house. I feel like we're there, but it looks like we need to go down. Yeah, but I kind of like it. Probably because there's no load screens between each layer. I think that's what kills it in Limzo Lominzo for me. Not only is the map really confusing, but there's multiple load screens between each area. I should probably read what we need to be... Oh, wait. Right, we need to break off a piece of this. Wait, what? The warded pot, a simple clay pot that has been treated on the inside with a special alchemical sealant. I guess we'll throw this on here because the game wants us to. Yeah, if the servers tried to load each and every player in a large populated area, I'm sure it would cause troubles. That's okay. Today I learned that the server tick is 3 seconds, which suddenly makes a lot of the mechanics make a lot more sense. Because you can divide a lot of them by 3. Oh, PS3, jeez. Seems like so long ago. Admittedly, the PS3's processing power would be a little on the low end these days. No. There. I kind of remember talking to this guy. I see you've come galumphing back. Have you the crystal then? Yes. What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertine will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Oh, is this the kobold quest? There is no way I'm helping these people with more kobolds. Lomberton. Yeah, all the, basically if it's in Limsa Lominsa, I can't pronounce it. Among the many other, rather creatively spelled names in this game. Is that the Fafnir? Or the Fenrir? The cloud drives in the movie? That's pretty cool. Here we go. My keen scholar sense tells me you've obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? You are correct, sir. If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal... Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupt crystal overflowing with wind-aspected aether. That reminds me. For what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected aether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hahasako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? How is it my failure? You're the one who told me to go to the wrong place. Think, man! You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldesion. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. Oh, is this stuff actually any better? Oh, it kinda is. I guess we'll equip that. Fingerless priestkin gloves. Well, guess we're wearing those now. What do they look like? Let's see. Yeah, I know almost nothing about French. Keyboard spam. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Siana, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lanasia. Wait, that's correct. Not correct. Eastern Lanasia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an Imperial castrum. Ha! Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was Western Lanasia, Pharos Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she still is in Aleport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there to see if Siana's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. Well, it seems like everything is converging in gosh darn it! Limsa Lominsa. I think. Looks like it. No, cancel! Oh my goodness. You laugh, but I've tried to report NPCs as coal seller bots. Yeah, that's funny. That is one of the interesting things about Final Fantasy XIV. Is it's actually this in several occasions. It's difficult to know when a character is an NPC or a player the first time you're in an area. They did a pretty decent job of just populating locations in general. Yeah, corrupted crystals. Sir, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertine did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Siana, the greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you to seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh gods, just listen to me prattle on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe the area surrounding Pharos Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I have yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown by me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these Yellow Jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Yellow Jackets didn't seem that bad, what few interactions we've had with them. If we can find them. Somewhere. Just because you are always right doesn't mean you're right this time. It's like me arguing with my wife. Oh, here we go. Wait. Yeah, that's somebody. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What with all this fatuous gossip of spirits inspectors haunting the Isles of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Wait, why are we talking to these people? I just realized I just mindlessly accepted this request. Sienna is certain that it's the area surrounding Pharaoh Sirius on the Isles. Oh, we're doing this to gain access, I see. Fashion choices, yeah. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells, lad. Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. If we want to die, that's our choice to go. Good grief. Oh, that's a player. I can't even see them. I have a mind to throw you both in the brig to rot. Oh, I think that's Limsa. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe it's that place. No. Limsa has more boats. The Isle of Umbra. Oh, the place we're trying to go. Hey, Tiny. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you in that god-forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down into the depths with them. You know, they say we're not allowed to go there, but what's to stop us from just going there? What? Should we maybe be concerned? What's happening? What? Oh, these are just quest monsters. I thought players were killing each other. A boat? A red mage quest. No, I haven't played as red mage. And I don't remember owning a boat. Ah, Riken, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. We literally live in a fantasy world where magic and undead are very commonplace. Why would she think this is folklore? As for why all the travels to the Isles of the Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous, owing the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skyfriend, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained the permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. I mean, as long as he's behind the bars, it's probably fine. I do not own a boat. That's why I can't just... Oh! Well, I suppose if you put it like that, it does make logical sense. I don't know, do the Mikote hate water like actual cats? Might be able to swim. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Ugh, tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or could you release me? Yes, release me. I will go tell her. Let me go to her. Seems like sirens are involved. Okay, I assume this is a player. Yeah. He has a weird angel on his back. What did Skyfriend have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less how he misses his favorite bar wench. I don't think that's what he means, Siana. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's the bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Feather? Were we given a feather? I must not have noticed. The brilliant feather reflects light as if it were actually made of gold. Depends on the Mikote. Fish people live there, and they don't like not fish people. Terrified of deep water. I love giving Lalafels a hard time because Akia always gets upset when I do. But realistically, I feel like a Lalafell being afraid of water makes sense to a certain degree. Simply by virtue of not being tall enough to stand in shallow water the same way the other races would be. Another initiate, are ye? No? What are ye? Speak up, son, I can't hear. We have a feather for you? Bugger me. Is this what I think it is? Nah, it couldn't be. Ye found this, ye say. Where do ye say ye found it? Skyfrin, ye say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's naught left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help us patch up Pharaoh Sirius, he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off. Half of them up and vanished. Sir, that's 150%. What's that? Ye be looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't ye say so? I've been thinking o' dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a-callin'. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let him sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, ye will. Show this parchment to the skipper, and he'll let you there and back. Alright. And it's finally daytime. Although it's still cloudy. Lalafell have a good reason to be afraid of everything. They can float pretty well. The short arms and eggs would make propulsion difficult. Drowned in a shipwreck caused by the calamity. Already has anxious disposition. He's got reasons. Good reasons. I always find it interesting. The creative outlet. Some people are able to devote to their MMO characters. In D&D, the role-playing aspect is easily my weakest trait. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfin's superior? I find that hard to believe, but this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say, it is a relief to work with such an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra without me. Fine, fine. I failed to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. For 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Akia's Lalafeld regularly traumatized him. That's not making avatars, making characters is a sentiment I can respect. Most games you're locked to a single class, so it's good to have alts for other classes. Yeah, that's kind of strange in this MMO. The fact that you're not really incentivized to have multiple characters. In some way, it's a relief. Having multiple characters and trying to keep track of them is a little exhausting. But on the other hand, it's kind of disappointing, because sometimes it's fun to create new characters. You guys are all on the role-playing server, if I remember correctly. I should probably move over to it once they open that up. Ha! Take me to the Isles of Umbra, he bids, as if it's that simple as, oh, I see you have a writ of passage. Alright, climb aboard. Yeah. If you're able to manage 4 of them, why not? The haunted wreck contains all manners of precious cargo, and Arapi Taropi believes he can find just the spice to take his soup. What? Well, I'm certainly up a creek without an oar. Easy coin, they said. Waltz right in, grab them washed up goods, and then be on my way. Everyone'll think you a ghost. Bah. Might have worked except for the real walking dead spirits around. To the damn shame, but ain't nothing worth rousing the wrath o' them skeletons. All that booty up for grabs, but I got nothing to grab but a ladle. What? A man's got to eat while he waits for the restless spirits to go wandering elsewhere. You look hungry yourself. Fancy some of this here chowder? Made it myself. Had nothing to season it with but salt, though, so it's a bit on the bland side. While I tend it, why don't you go to the graveyard right quick and bring back spices? I saw some nice-looking Far Eastern stuff before I had a scarper on account of a phantom. This bottle is empty. Wasn't a moment ago. There's something going on. Oh look, I spy an adventurer. How do you do, sir adventurer? You know that big old lot of sand behind me? Behind me? Them's the ship's graveyard. Currently bring 'em all those... Currents bring 'em all those wrecked ships, and whatever's in their holds, too. Casks of wine, rum, mead, and brand wine. That'd be for the captain, and I'm kind of a captain. You look real enough. A lot of 'em aren't, you know. Dosh, that... I think this guy's drunk. Wouldn't mind except some of 'em are unkind. I need a drink. Here now, take this bottle and fill it with something over there. I'm about to give this guy salt water. Even if I plan to get all classes to at least 80 on my main achievements, it's non-canon. We all on Crystal DC. All 4 mine are in different worlds, but Akia and the rest of the raid group are on Marlboro. And it should be open for world traders if you're willing to pay the fee. Yeah, one of the issues is the friend I spoke with first to start even playing 14 was in this server, but he hasn't been as active as Akia, so I'm kind of thinking I might swap over to Akia's. Oten Uraten looks to be scared out of his wits. Spirits, wandering spirits all over the island, gotta do something. In the name of the 12, be gone. They're not going, are they? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, an adventure. Thank the 12. I need some help here. The dead aren't resting so easy about these parts. How are we supposed to repair the lighthouse with all this roguery about is beyond me. We came here to get rid of quests, not pick up more. Oh, it's an enemy. Oh, it's this chick. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh, hell's with this. Take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you'll please excuse me. Alright, later. Yeah, no kidding. The silicon shortage and the graphics card shortage and the everything shortage. I had meant to build a new computer about 3 years ago, but it all kind of fell through when I decided to wait to get a copy of the 300 GPU chips. Beg your pardon, sir, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. We have a pot. Let us in. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you have to return empty-handed. No, we don't. We have permission. The Writ Master Mimidoa may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant massive crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance, at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Riken. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you corrupted crystals. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not too long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. Fair enough. Consumer components is still from the crypto mining BS. Yeah, that's certainly a part of it. The server shortage has to do with personnel, supply chain problems by COVID. Having to deal with both is absolutely butts. Yeah, it kind of feels like a critical mass of a bunch of things all coming together at once. COVID, the crypto mining, silicon shortages, all of it. Like a perfect storm. You saw them too, right? Dead people, just shambling about without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care, that is, they start shuffling towards the water. Alright, so dead attracted to water. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, my friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. If I remember correctly, ons is this world's word for ounce. Is all there ish? No, I hate you. All do will, I have a personal vendetta against you. All there is for the taken 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo, but those queer dead things and that voice, actually, that was quite nice. Yeah, we're clearly dealing with a siren. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if... But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? Dryad is... David? But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon, I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew tired of waiting for the lanky young lad with the 1,000-yawn stare to return, which I'm assuming is you. Hey! I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Lanky? I'll have you know that I'm kinda short. What's been keeping you, initiate? Ain't getting any younger, you know? Yeah, some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk to wander near the ship graveyard, and it stirred up the dead and all. Bloody hell, this takes me back to the days as a cannon boy, sailing under the old Mistbeard. They wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned 'em last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they, the brazen old biddies? Some folk said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones as this day would come, and come it has. I had bet me bum ear a siren's behind all of this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, initiate. I speak of the other kind. Wait, sanguine? The blood kind? What other... Didn't realize there were 2 kinds of sirens. Them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Do you mean vampires? I wouldn't put sirens and vampires into the same category, but... Oh! Archaea! Hey! That's exactly how... What is exactly how you do... Ah, come on! He's not even close. Ilms, yawns, moms, onzes. I'm amazed you have them all memorized. Sanguine sirens are a local pirate crew. Oh, okay. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bidding till his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, except maybe in drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop the hell's-born hussy afore she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. Siren don't have no power, or a man who can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd better go head over to her. To the ship graveyard, initiate. Oh, A Realm Reborn. That's right. I was trying to remember what the base game was called. Yeah, I know I'm still stuck in A Realm Reborn. There's just so much content. I can't believe there are, what, 2 other expansions after this one? It's crazy. 2 pirate captains totally into each other and refuse to admit it. I don't. I try to spend as little time in Limsa Lominsa as possible. These things are pretty cool. Like Hydralisk's cousins. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Oh, it's a fellow monk. I feel like we should help him. Isn't it a bit odd that we're just sitting here while this guy is fighting to the death with this skeleton and we're like, I think I'll just wait by the fire a little bit. Realm Reborn, Heavensward, Stormblood, gosh. What? Shadowbreak, there's like 4? I'm never gonna catch up with you, Akia. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Mimidoa, you're like a perverted old dock worker. You can't sit like that, it's too adorable. It does not belie your inner essence. Quiet! Do you hear that? 'Tis her. Look! Out of the water. She's come, Nishiat, she's come. Well, when they said siren, I wasn't expecting that. Quick, lad, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls and we'll be up to our necks in corpses afore ye know it. That's fine, I'm all for punching some corpses. I can't move. Hither embrace, mine everything all. I guess that's the song. True love spurned, his cruelty's reward. Oh. We're fighting some... I don't know, humans? Not at this rate, you're so mean. You know, maybe if they didn't completely rework my class. They took away all the positionals. There's only 2 now. What's the point of even playing Monk? I mean, it was too easy to begin with, getting the positionals down, but now it's like brainless. I'm very sad. I played Monk to dance around people, not to just sit there and rotate my skills. They do not! The barest amount of technical, like, interaction the game has. I'll give you that one. Alright, we can't actually fight the siren, so... Is 90 where the mechanical balance kind of falls into place, I assume? It would make sense. They'd need to design the classes for the end game. Oh wait, this is a thing that has more HP than just a couple rotations. I should be using the other skills. Why can't I do it? Oh, because it lowered my level, so I don't have Dragon Kick anymore. Gah! Whatever, I'm just gonna spam my AoE. Or the boss straight up doesn't have positions because he's fixed. I guess it would kind of limit the design space for potential bosses if you had to consider that each of them needed to be designed in a way to optimally allow the monk to interact with them. I did run into some problems with some of the flying bosses, where I couldn't really do any positional damage to them. But it's so satisfying when you could do positionals. Don't clap at me, tiny person. Eh? I'm alright. Ha! I'm better than that, Nishit. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with two what's-its if we'd gutted the songstress. But you can't have everything, can ye? She'll not come crooning around here again, though. Not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Bugger me, I clean forgot your name. So have I. Remind me, Riken. Don't recall having no Nishit by that name. But if you're not me old mate, what's his name? Why have ye been so bloody useful? Ah, never mind. Be seeing you, lad. Do we gotta talk to this guy? No. We just need to beat him up. They moved into DDR for avoiding attacks. DDR? I'm assuming that doesn't mean Dance Dance Revolution. Real champions have to stand still to do damage, and that all around the AoE and dodging. Oh, and the late game bosses don't have positionals. Yeah, I guess I understand the rework then. From my ignorant layman's early game perspective, I was sad that they got rid of it, but I guess not every mechanical idea can function properly, especially as the game expands. I'm so used to moving around to get behind an enemy, though. I guess it still kind of applies. I think the end of Demolish and Snap Punch still have positional. Flank and rear. Not like I could ever realistically do positionals in anything but instances anyway where I actually had a tank. Any more reason to hate leveling it. Damn. I'm probably too out of the loop of modern MMO technology. Or terminology. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like... I think I mentioned this months ago when we were all playing Killing Floor, but I kind of like actually having to dodge things and having minor platforming aspects be part of the game. I feel like it keeps it from being just like a standard MMO where the only thing that matters is DPS rotations. Read those lines again. Slow. I can't read. Akia contest. I hate reading. Real champions have to stand still to do damage, and plan that around the AoE dodging. It means exactly Dance Dance Revolution. They gave them to Samurai, giving me more reasons to hate leveling it. So you hate leveling Samurai. Oh, they gave positionals to Samurai. Okay. I remember my lag behind being able to... Yeah, no. I'm at least somewhat familiar with the lag. Later game fights become more about recognizing and avoiding attack patterns. You dance around to be in the safe spots as they change, and not be where you can, and to be where you can do damage. I see. So the positionals are more forced. I was watching Akia do like a crazy looking raid. It looked like a lot of fun. I didn't understand any of it, but the whole party had to like answer quiz questions, and then they all got sucked into a tornado or something. I didn't really understand what was happening, but it looked awesome. When I think about the collective knowledge you guys have on the staggering amount of content that exists in this game, I don't even know how you guys have all the raids and bosses and things like memorized. I think I've forgotten everything I've done in the game up to this point. The math bot? Oh. You really got rid of all those moanin' sods, didn't ye? They're resting better now, our warrant wingin' sons of trolls. It's been one thing or another around these parts. Ships gutting themselves on reefs, reliable hands disappearing. This used to be a nice little spot, you know? Now the lighthouse is busted, and we have things like this happening thrice a moon or worse. Wait, what quest did we finish for these guys? Oh, this guy wanted the soup. You got him? Chowder's coming along nice, like. I could always cook a fine chowder. Ah, see, what did I tell you? Knew they were there, I did. I'll just toss them right in, and this'll be a meal fit for an ad... smells like feet. How long's that spice been left in that graveyard, anyway? Now I ain't got no supper, either. Told 'em it were a bad idea. Easy money, they said. Sure will be, for the folk on this island. I'll have to pay 'em for more potatoes and cream. Sir, you are merging with my chocobo. 'Twasn't fair with the rules changing all the time. I was a good looter, I tells ye. Now suddenly the job comes with ghosts? Looky here. That's a full bottle. I had one of those around here before. I think something happened to it. Thanks. You're the best apparition I ever seen. Supposed to be the other cargo, too. Chest full of electrum bars and the like for trading with the East and... Mirashim and... Me, I'll take the Y. Ack! Smells like rotten eggs. I'm not drinking that. What a waste. All that wine and mead and beer, too. Mustn't forget the beer, and the brandywine for the captain. I think most alcohol tastes terrible. Some people don't even bother to learn the mechanics, though, because they see numbers and their eyes glaze over. I learn slowly, but I understand that sentiment. You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Alright, well I guess that worked out for us. Oh, so we just need to go back to the ale ports. I think I'm just going to teleport. Unless there are more... Wait. How easy is it to come back here? Ferry docks... Oh, there's not really much here. Huh. Oh, this opens. We probably need to talk to Sienna, wherever she is. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Riken. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Ah, the conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Riken. Seldom if I have ever encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected aether. Fire? What, you wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspect aether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Ah, well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Sienna, you're terrible. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected aether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. What's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hayden's findings suggest that it's quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, don't let me keep you. It's been a pleasure, Riken. Come back and see me sometime, alright? I probably won't. We have to go all the way over here. I wonder if the Siren is actually the boss of the instance on the Umbra Isles. It seemed odd that they would model an entire monster like that to basically not utilize her. Oh my goodness, that is the tiniest person ever. The fact that you can spend so much time people watching in this game is kind of nuts. A lot of raids extremes are like that. They seem crazy complicated at first, but once you learn what attack name or markings tell you the safe zones, it's more like a dance. It used to be worth having you run around in circles and do tedious chores. They got better at quest design as they went on. Yeah, it seems like a lot of busy work in these parts. That's a minion, not a player. Oh, the little... so like my bat. Okay. You want people watching? Go to Limsa. I refuse to go to Limsa! That is a terrible, terrible place. Honestly, Gridania is only a very small step above it. I hate any place that isn't filled with cat people and aggressively mercantile tiny people. I'll admit, the Lalafels in Ul'dah grew on me over time. When I first turned on the game and the Sultana was introduced as a tiny childlike person, I didn't actually understand that the Lalafels were a different race, and I was nonplussed at first. But they kind of grew on me after a while. Twin Adder? I don't remember which one I joined. I think they made me join or something like that. Or, there was like the whole song and dance where they made it was like added to my quest bar, and I just did it to get it removed from the quest list. But Nana is fucking precious. I almost stabbed you to suggest otherwise. She is tolerable. I know. She's actually not that bad. I really didn't trust 14 when I first started playing. I was expecting it to be like every other MMO, so I thought she was just there to be cute and annoying. But she's written like a real character. All the Lalafels are. I think that's what makes me respect it. Is they're not just there to be one-dimensional stereotypes. He's already joined GC by opening time for stabbings. Her voice acting is horrendous. Character menu. Does it show it here? Oh, I'm one of the Immortal Flames, I guess. I vaguely remember doing some jobs for them, and like going on item hunts or something. Looks like I'm literally the lowest class. I see, so there's the Twin Adder, the Maelstrom, and the Immortal Flames. A fellow Green Thumb asked me to pick up 2 things in Gridania, Sweet Rose perfume and a good adventure. I've the perfume, though it took some doing. We botanists do tend to be miserly with our sweet roses. And as for the adventure, hello, handsome. Well, that completes this shopping list. Adventure, would you mind taking the perfume and yourself to... What? I'm just gonna call her Julie. To Julie at Little Solace. Yeah, why not? I'm a heroic adventurer. Being an errand boy is right at the top of my list. Greetings and salutations. Mr. Chezni, I presume. Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though as Professor Lambert is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing Cozes. I think the R is silent. Following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case. And while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones. Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming that they even can be digested, and I'm reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... You couldn't care about all this, could you? You are actually correct, my friend. I could not. To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place his true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Spriggan's lair, and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Well, clearly we're just going to feed him medicine that makes him charcoal, right? We'll feed him charcoal and make him throw up. We're not going to murder this thing, right? Right? It's not gonna happen. How the heck do you track quests in this game? I don't... Which... direction. I think we just go south. I think? Where are we? We're here. We need to go... yeah, south. You can trade between the grand companies after a certain rank, but they manage their ranks separately. Immortal Flames is acceptable. Can't get higher than Captain. Also, if you want to catch up to me, you can't be doing these yellow quests. Damn side quests. I can't even distinguish from the yellow quests and the normal quests and the... like, how are you supposed to get anywhere in this game? There are just people constantly giving you things to do. Come on, man. You play games, you can't figure this shit out. I mean, I suppose I just have to do the main quest, but the side quests unlock all of the what are they? The dungeons. The dungeons are cool. Oh, you were probably talking about the map. I keep forgetting about the delay, you're right. I've never been good at maps. You were with me in that orientation merit badge we took in Boy Scouts. Are these guys gonna let us through? Can you open this? Oh, cool. Oh, interesting. So that was an ARR. Unlocking dungeons by doing side quests was an ARR thing? I thought it was kind of a neat idea. I liked the idea that the dungeons were sort of like closed off at first and you needed to discover them, and the side quest gave you a little bit of backstory about them as well. I assume this is our guy? No. Oh. We need to do it here. No. What do we do? Use the true heart to lure out the crystal bear. We have the true heart. Oh, now it's working. Oh, alright. I see. I will try to get off my mount next time. There are very few bonus dungeons, and they are blue quests, not yellow. Yeah, I gave up doing the blue quests a long time ago, because at least they were, like, Wait a minute, you're telling me the blue quests are the ones that unlock dungeons? So I'm not why am I even doing these yellow quests, then? Because I realized that a lot of the blue quests were like class change quests or quests for like weird... Gosh, there was one that was like a... They tried to explain it as like an ever-changing dungeon or something. It looked really confusing and really involved. I guess there is no point to me doing these yellow quests. Alright, I'll do the main one. I suppose I'll just turn this one in. It drives me nuts that they're here on the quest log. This is probably why I never finished, well, you can't really finish Skyrim, but it's probably why I didn't like Skyrim. Because I was always getting sidetracked trying to do all the quests. Can we not teleport here? We can teleport here. 180? I'll walk. I know we can't be that far away. If I could figure out the dang map! We just need to go right. Blue unlocks content, yellow quests give a tiny bit of XP, gil, and items and lore. Classes, dungeon raids. You can clear out side quests after MSQ. Well, you never know. You never know when you're gonna need that money. Alright, I'll teleport. I'm sorry. There. I don't have any context for how much a lot of gil is. I suppose you're right, though. In the face of 380,000 gil, I shouldn't be bulking at 180. This game hasn't been grindy, or at least not in the sense of needing to go out and just flatly grind gil to upgrade gear or anything like that. Does that change later on? I kind of feel like, given the pacing of the game, it wouldn't really. This game doesn't really seem to do the whole grinding thing, which is kind of amazing, really. Cringe. Stay off the market board. I used it once. You probably just weren't on to see it. I'm aware of it. Maybe I don't remember to use it as often as I should. Why can't we ride mounts in town? Okay, I'm turning in this giggity quest. If I knew I was able to turn in the other one without it immediately sending me on a new quest, I think I would. This Trauma Queen quest? Wait. The Case of Curious Giggity is the main quest. Hold on, I think. Oh my gosh, these menus. I think? Well, what's Trauma Queen then? How can you tell what's a main quest and what's just a side quest? Oh, Trauma Queen is a blue quest, so I probably don't need to do it. And Giggity has a weird symbol. I'm gonna assume that means it's a main quest. I'm gonna turn this quest off. I'm gonna turn this quest off. And maybe I won't get sidetracked now. The grind for gear is late game. Right now you're leveling super fast. You're severely over leveled for MSQ. At this point you'll buy gear every 10 levels after 50. Tombstones of Poetic. People like you would run over little children? Oh, well, you're not wrong. I mean, I suppose I probably wouldn't look where I was going. It is, look at the left. Okay, upper left. Trauma Queen opens a dungeon. The exclamation point at the top. Also the main story quest always in that corner. Okay, so I'll just basically only do these quests. I just wish I knew where I was better. I'm just gonna follow the green arrow on the map. Or the green check mark. Class quest. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of the class quests are required before you can actually do use your class abilities. Ah, pray did not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god's awful smell? My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Ugh, and I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth! I hate everyone. Oh, calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice aspect aether, worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. Beg your pardon, Riken. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambert. Something about a man named Marquis? Marquis. Apparently, the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask you why you needed the crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? Twould reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. I don't know, man. If we get a chance to join the Empire, it might be used for evil ends, but I don't think this game is going to let us do that. Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. It'll give you gear to hold you until you buy tombstone gear. Punch! I hope you mean punch Helden. Alright. Better late than never. I suppose that is true. Open your currency window. Okay. I will do that as soon as it loads. I don't trust Alphanod. I was watching the opening cinematic for Endwalker, and I saw that Alphanod and his sister are there. But I was 100% certain Alphanod was going to betray us. And I guess I kind of got that spoiled for me by seeing him in the trailer. Presumably, I assume he's a good guy. There's just something about him. Oh, I never know how to get here. No, don't give me more... Wait, no, that's the correct quest symbol. Isn't it? Greetings, sir. Do you wish to proceed? Yeah. Oh, wait. I forgot to... Alright, I'm opening it! Both you and your friend pronounce the D at the end of the name. L is in our French. Oh, they are? So it's not Alphanod, it's Alphanol? Alphino. Why can't everything just be Japanese? I can pronounce that. Currency. I don't know what any of this means. Company seals. Venture. Gold saucer! There was a very real moment when I thought I was just going to spend the entire game in the gold saucer. I was never going to leave. And battle tab. That's the Lullafill on that. Oh, I see. Yeah, it doesn't, you can't do anything other than those two tabs. So tomestones are a valuable currency later on, I presume then. Oh. Sid is respectable. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Riken. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Riken. I'll see that your hard work does not go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. Wait a minute. So he was just like, this is what I was born to do. Also, take these shoes. We found them below deck. They don't fit either Alphino, or me. Shoes. Ugh. I kind of low-key hate them. Oh well. Better stats and all that. Forget these things. Tombstone of Poetics will be your friend until endgame. Special currencies. You have to earn to buy endgame gear. They get converted? So, after the endgame currency, or rather, after the new expansion comes out, the currency gets converted to gil? Oh, I should, right. Open the character. So all the endgame expansion gear will be bought with this currency, Tombstones of Poetics. No, into Poetics. Oh, okay. Hit the blue button. The blue button? Oh. Like the X button? Or this button, recommended gear? Current versus recommended. But this has lower defense. There you go. Optimize equipment. Yeah, I can't figure out how equipment works in this game. But why would I... Okay, let me just compare this. So, it's recommending that I equip the temple gloves. Which have lower defense and magic defense, but more strength. Determination. I'll be honest, I don't understand what any of these stats mean. Like, I only just today learned that the server runs in 3-second ticks, and I figured out how to calculate what potency means. I don't know what determination is. Skill, or well, I assume skill speed increases the cooldown or decreases the cooldown between skills, but like, to what extent? I don't know how to value what 10 skill speed even means. Better substats. Item level is higher. I see. Item level, level 45 versus 40. I see. Does this mean I have? If I just click equip, do I just get these? Uh-oh. Huh. Well, that's convenient. So it seems to be prioritizing strength, dex. What the heck is determination? Like, how do you value determination? Go to the attributes tab. Attributes. Oh. Oh. I didn't even know this screen existed. Affects the amount of damage dealt by both physical and magical attacks as well as the amount of HP? What? I would have never guessed that's what determination did. Those were in your armory and chest. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Both of you. That helps a ton. Physical damage. Okay. Well, I'll probably go read these. Wait, I want to know what skill speed did. Affects both the casting and recast timers, as well as the damage over time potency. Huh. Oh, that would make sense, because if you lower the cooldown of a DOT, that wouldn't actually help you, because you just reapply the DOT quicker, so they increase the damage of DOT. That's pretty cool. With Sid's modifications now installed, the Enterprise is finally ready to make the journey to the Howling Eye. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, we cannot be sure how this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... Mayhap it's better that we remain positive. Riken, I want to thank you. For reuniting me with my ship, for trusting me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I'm not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing, this feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand. Are you implying something? I'm just saying, if it comes to cannibalism, we Alpha know first.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs.
I love that Sid has more polygons than that. Or texture quality than that wheel he's about to pilot this ship with.
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy
Kurthus.
Garuda.
That's how you say that.
Enterprise, engage.
Wasn't it called the Enterprise in Final Fantasy 1? Gotcha, so you hate this Alfie voice? So you want some very specific cooldowns to match, to kind of line up your abilities in an optimal way. That makes sense. See, we could just push him off the airship now. No one would know. Oh, is he wearing the goggles?
Damn it.
What's wrong?
I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you.
No, wait! This must be referencing the MMO that is no longer, I assume.
Just how long have I worn these damn goggles?
A really long time, Sid. At least 15 games worth. You can't make Sid that cute.
Trendsetter in my younger days.
You literally can't.
The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald.
See, Garlemald, that's where we need to go. That was awful, and they basically rewrote a whole new story. Yeah, Akio was telling me that. He had some pretty cool information about it that I would have never had the patience to research on my own.
It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye?
Probably when you didn't grasp Garlemald's destiny just like everyone else. See?
When did Meteor become your everything and your loved ones cease to matter?
Okay, well, I mean, I guess that would put a damper on things. Dude, see? These are clearly the cooler looking people. I want to play as this guy.
You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession.
You will never be as cool as Gaius Van Belsar. Probably not. He purposely didn't look into it. Characters got their memory wiped. Probably makes
where I built the ironworks.
Developing their backstory a little easier. Wait, what? 'Twas us the whole time.
Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles.
There's a word for this time paradox. What came first? Like, how did the goggles come to be? We gave him the goggles so that he could give us the goggles so that we could give him the goggles.
Nausea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we influenced his memory, because it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to have gone back and given them to him. NPCs around the clan, we talk about not being able to remember the Warriors of Light. We didn't actually give him the goggles, we just influenced his memory. Oh, okay. Wanted to improve. Okay, let's.
I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home.
Okay, so Sid used to work for Garlemald. And then hated how his father was obsessed with Meteor and ran away.
I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally.
It's surprising how few people know this, but all pureblood Garleans have a third eye.
Wait, that's...
Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess.
I thought it was just a... Actually, I don't know what I thought that was. That's a third eye? He is Garlean.
The Enterprise was made for this. To carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
No, you're a traitor.
What exactly do you remember?
Get out of here.
Alphinaud, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden.
Sid pronounces the D.
people and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Let's hope we don't just crash and die. Oh, I guess we just kind of went on through. I'm really curious to see what Garuda looks like. Whether they go the large bird route or more humanoid. All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Riken, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own. Oh my gosh, I think Alphinaud is shorter than we are. What is it, Riken? Don't tell me you're having second thoughts at a time like this. Or do you truly wish to return to Gridania? No, not really. Oh, I see. So it's going to be another instance. So this really is it. Cool. Actual players from 1.0 are the only true warriors of light. Dederic is really sensitive to Aether and the Echo. Wiped his memories from everything. He's not shorter than we are. Also, the person cam always seems to be higher than the PC height. It might be, I don't know. We're definitely not as tall as Sid, but there's this weird incline that kind of makes the height difficult to match. I'll try to stand next to him. Yeah, I don't know. It might give the illusion of height. I'm waiting for his sister to also come back and try to murder us all. One day, either one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to make cross-world play easier, or I'm going to just break down and move over to your server, Akia. That kind of makes sense. They might have, like, realistically, if they put the first-person camera view for Lala's at Lala height, it might not really be feasible to play the game. Not so much for dumb cat boy. Hey! I was trying to think of a way to make that fun, but I can't. It's like, I'm not a cat boy, but not deny the dumb part. Crossworld with the Q. You're already going crossworld. It's cross data center. I plead ignorance. I actually don't know the difference between crossworld and cross data center. Other than I think there are worlds in the data centers, like the data centers are like boxes that contain servers, and the servers are the worlds. Gotcha. I remember this taking quite a while when I needed to fight Ifrit. Is there a way to check? Timers? No. Whoa! Wait, what? The heck are you? We have a tiny Lalafell here. Time elapsed. Oh, I see. Average wait time is 6 minutes. Well, what are we doing for another 2.5 minutes? One of these days, I need to clear out all of these items. I can't possibly know which of these is actually better. Although technically this one has a higher level, so I guess I'll go with it. Fight Dalala. Q for most things, draw from the whole box. What's in the DC? You're on Exodus. That's someone at the same point as emote spam at the other player, duh. That's only average. It means pretty much nothing, especially as a DPS. You're waiting for a tank healer and another DPS. They're probably on the menu or something. I'm on Primal Data Center, Exodus World. You're on Crystal Data Center, Marlboro. And Izzy is the veteran player. Helping populate these queues are what the Duty Finder gives daily rewards. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty neat way to handle getting more players to do the end game or the early game content by doing things like the Duty Finder. And I think roulettes is what you called them, maybe. It beats doing what a lot of other MMOs do, which is doing some kind of EXP boost stat buff thing where they make it so a single player can just do it themselves. It feels like it cheapens the early parts of the game where you're just plowing through everything yourself. And what was the game that did that? My mind keeps thinking of something that starts with a V. Vindictus. Vindictus did that. You probably have a wait ahead of you. Great. Yeah, I think the Ifrit one took me like 20 minutes. Q is an undersized party and run alone. I wonder if I'm a high enough level. Is it gonna level sync me if I do this? It's recommended for 44. I feel like 7 levels isn't enough. Well, we picked up a DPS. Choose unrestricted and undersized. It'll let you join in at max power. You'll get your ass kicked at this level. Well, it's probably the other DPS. So how do bards fight? I couldn't even tell that this was a bard. Normally I'd assume a bard fights like a red mage, except, well, this game has red mages. Range DPS. That's interesting. I feel like True North means less to me now. Where did that go? I think it was here? Yeah. Nullifying all directional requirements doesn't seem like as useful of a thing anymore. Okay. They use a bow, apply DOTs, songs at levels, buffs, and random procs. That sounds about like what a bard would do. Machinists and guns. Reminds me of the Moogle gunners from Tactics Advance. Nah, it's okay. Dies. Is there a good reason for me to hold onto these dies? Or should I just pitch them? And honestly, why are there so many reds? Harsh. I could use them. How do they work? Oh. Wait, I can change my color? I want to do, like, crazy colors. Green is definitely the best color. Armory chest? No, I want inventory. Oh, nothing can be dyed. That's disappointing. Wait, these things can be dyed? What am I even wearing? Different colors, open character screen again. Extractable, projectable, desynthesizable. I don't see a dye option. Extract materia? What? Why can I extract materia from this? Nothing you're wearing can be dyed. If an item has a little clear circle in the upper left of its picture icon, you can dye it. Okay. Oh, okay. Because the little circle shows what color it is. Wait, I don't know what the HP of my own mount is? When did I pick up a bug? I think you can be died using a piece of gear. Build spirit bond because your soul bound is 100%. Stay on character menu. Select chest piece. HP varies in skills when you get de-leveled for fates. It doesn't summon its skills with your level when it's out. Character menu. Actually, bring it up on the menu. That cast glamour. I thought glamour used expensive resources and like it was like an endgame thing. Okay, so this is what I have equipped, and this is clothing I can make it look like. Oh, and I could change it into something that could be dyed. What does it cost me? Glamour prisms are cheap as shit. Okay. Is there a preview button? Try on. Kind of like that one. And that one's pretty cool. How do I rotate? Eh. Oops, no. I totally forgot I had that. All of your gear is spirit bonded. Open up your actions menu. And if you set up the glamour chest, it's free to apply as long as you're in the city. I'm gonna follow the request in the order I received them. So I'll do character menu, actions menu. General actions. Forward. Minion roulette. Cast glamour. Dig. Oh, I can't dig. Extract materia. This one. Gear is spirit bonded. It is, and let you extract materia. So you can only extract materia with things you've been spirit bonded with? What would make something allow you to become spirit bonded? Just wearing it a really long time? Once materia has been extracted, spirit bond will be reduced to 1%. Wearing it in battle increases its spirit bond rate. Huh. I'm gaining EXP. Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to. I thought it would like destroy the equipment. Okay. What's that do? Savage aim materia obtained. What? The level of an item also plays a role in who can or cannot enhance the gear. Melding. Huh. So it just means putting the materia in something. Request meld. Huh. Melding is putting materia into gear for more stats. You're pulling out the full battery and putting a new empty one. I see. Or I will blind fight. That, yeah, I know. I'll learn it eventually, it just takes me a very long time. Okay, so I should probably go extract more things. Nope, what? Commence. Commence. I guess I will extract things later. Nope. They went the human route. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Oh. I have to advance this. Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. 12 preserve. She's huge. As I live and breathe. Why can't we just be friends, bird people? Over there, look. Wait, what are those guys? Hey, they look familiar. Didn't we fight them in a desert? I'm all giant kobold prisoners, but why would the Ixal bring them here? Triumphant laughter. Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children. These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth shall revere me, for I am the wind. Alright, Fawful. Do we not take to the skies and slip past your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood, and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Wow, Garuda is bloodthirsty. Slay the unfeathered ones we shall. As an offering to Garuda they will serve. Alphanod, can you actually fight? Leave the Ixal to us, Raken. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Raken. Remember, you fight for the Scions and for Eorzea. Eorzea. I She could just, like, fly up there and never land, and we would never win. This worm would die by my own hand. Come, then I shall grant you that which you seek. Well, she's terrifying. $100 years? I'm sorry. Do shinies later. She's got those creepy eyes. Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I can't use dragon whatever. Gosh darn it. My hotkeys are all wrong now. Wait, where'd she go? I am definitely going to die. This is the first real fight I've done since logging into the game again. These people probably realize how inept I am. Oh, Jiminy Christmas! One of these heals me. There it is. I'm just gonna follow the healer. It's a good thing everyone else knows what they're doing. No, and some such. How in the hells? This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. Did you truly believe you could defy a god, Landwalkers? Well, I mean, we've done it like twice before. Admittedly, Garuda seems to be the most crazy. The white mage woke up. My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to awaken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the true God. Of course, worship. So long as the Ixal keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. Isn't that what you guys were supposed to be doing this whole time anyway? Oh no, Alphanod, no. No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, Landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment, the desert vermin next. Their walls of stone shall not shield them from the tempest, and they will take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine. You, Landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, Landwalker, to your last breath. I mean, if you let us join you and you're okay with working for the Empire, no, I claimed you. You should be mine. Oh, right, we have plot armor. I forgot about this. We're, like, immune to being taken by the gods or some nonsense. Apparently, we also have laser beam powers. I guess we'll be taking this. Oh, was that the last one? One, two, three, four. When did I get 6 crystals? What are you? What have you done to me? I don't know. No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. It's not really ours. No, that was it? I guess I should just consider myself lucky. If I had to wait for that duty again, I think I would never get it done. Gear carry, probably. Seems cute. Wings of Liberty kills? Wait. WOL. Kills guarded to regularly satisfy a small cat girl's need to tell stories. Alone. Minute or less for an even powered version. She tried to brainwash you, but your brain is dirty.
Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
I don't know. You're kind of nuts. Why would anyone follow you?
Done it.
Quiet, you.
Impossible it is. Kill you all.
Is that all?
Oh, the hero of the story is here.
O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda. Of all primals, the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Charging up Mommy Crystal. You started with the blue one in your opening city-state. He's got a calm? Lightning on the sylphs, fire from the Ifrit, earth from Titan, ice from the dragon. Oh, I didn't realize I got the ice one. Gaius is the only good voice in ARR.
Gaius.
Sid,
Sid's
my
not
boy,
bad, is he?
You look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country. I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
Hopefully Alphanald, but the jury's still out on that one.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I should accomplish far
All he has to
more.
do is point and he's already the coolest character. His fingers aren't even modeled and or rigged, and it doesn't even matter. We're about to witness a very violent murder, aren't we? Like, that is amazing! Where do we get gauntlets that shoot Magitech? Or, you know what I mean.
Is that all? Is that all?
Gosh, she's nuts.
Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you!
Who now?
Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno, Almighty Ifrit, brought us succor in our hour of need.
I think Ifrit's dead, dude.
Lord of Crowns, it hurts us so. The pain, the pain.
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to.
There is actually just so much death in this story. Oh my goodness, that can't be good. How did she do that? We need to not be here right now.
No, this is all wrong.
For once, I agree with this guy.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
And he has a long
Surrender
rifle.
yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Let me guess. He stands against the wind. Alfie bro alone.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire.
Guardians put guns on everything. Like, holy crap, what is this mechanized thing? Oh my goodness, is it literally going to kill Ifrit on its own? Holy crap. This is like Magitech armor on steroids. Oh my goodness. It's like the slaying of the Espers all over again. The only thing we're missing is Kefka's
It is
laugh.
you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind.
Who?
Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
Garuda, you can just fly. Oh, I guess you can't anymore. It'll be fine. Oh, no it won't.
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
Yeah, that thing is terrifying. Meet Ultima Weapon. Oh, this is Ultima Weapon. Okay.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Yeah, that
Such
seems
is
like
the
a
fate
fitting
of those
creature
who oppose the Empire.
to name after the namesake Ultima Weapon.
There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender.
Punch it, Sid.
Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
They're really not. He must have been talking about the other party members. Wait, if he can fly, why doesn't he just blow up the airship? Why doesn't he just kill us now?
Mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation?
Alphanod, we don't.
And who was that armored devil?
My new
That
boss.
was Gaius Van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst.
You ever think Sid feels like a giant? He's surrounded by all these short people.
What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
Halag was the advanced country before Garlemald. It was several eras ago. They made the moon Dalmud. Oh, the one that was in the cinematic that used to play before Endwalker. Oh, blah, 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 bre. I don't miss his monologues. The moon that was called down, the meteor project, caused the calamity, ended 1.0, and started a realm reborn. Gaius thinks you beneath him. Gaius thinks you beneath him because you kind of are at this point. I can't argue with that one. Also, Sid doesn't feel giant because Biggs is a row. Oh, the giant people.
It has been a day
Wait,
of
Biggs?
unexpected
Biggs is in this game?
developments, but the fact
Oh wait, yeah.
remains,
I think we met him
he is
already.
no longer a threat.
It's true, Garuda is
While
gone.
I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side. For the time being, at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed.
We could take the batteries out.
But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost.
What is
my
this, the
friend.
third time the Scions are going to be
We bear the
rebuilt?
light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
You expect them all to die this time, too. I was going to say you should have met Biggs and Wedge by now, and they were also in such flashback. Vesper Bay. The Garlean Emperor is trying to take over the world. They have tried for Eorzea a few times, but keep getting pushed back. About 25 years ago, they finally got a foothold by conquering Alamigo. That name seems familiar. Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Riken. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their god so long as that weapon exists. Truly a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Yeah, but think about the experience points. Huh. So they started pushing in for the rest of the continent. The nations banded together to stop them. This is where the Warriors of Light came from the first time. Yeah, and then they got, like, teleported into the future by the old dude or something like that. There is a little Alamigo in Ul'dah, refugees from 25 years ago. Okay. That would explain why I'd heard the name before. The Empire, for the most part, has decided Eorzea isn't worth conquering and just wants to destroy us to get us out of the way. Wonder why they even want this place. I mean, aside from the Alexander the Great kind of motivation. But that's actually where I'm gonna cut it tonight, mostly by virtue of needing to be at work tomorrow. Resources, that makes sense. Kralamaid is shitty and cold. It's always the people to the north, you know? It's Garlemald trying to escape their cold place. It's the Fire Tribe trying to light the lighthouses again. I mean, it's always these people from the north, man. So the commander started a project to take control of the artificial moon, Dalamud, and drop it on Eorzea and just kill everyone. That's awesome. Louis Sois was doing what he could to stop it. Yeah, I think the fact that Bahamut was in the moon is a pretty cool plot point. Garleans have a chip because they were driven up north out of their original homeland ages ago. So I guess it's one of those no one's quite in the wrong thing. Or maybe a better way to put it is their motivation is understandable, but not their methods. That is a calamity everyone keeps talking about. Yeah, I did piece together that much, that the calamity was the moon coming down, and even though they managed to avoid like total destruction, it's still Bahamut rained down meteors on everyone, and Garlemald isn't even part of Eorzea, different continents. So they had to sail or fly here then, I assume. Okay, about how close am I to finishing A Realm Reborn? I assume it... Well, actually, I don't know what to predict. It either ends with Ultima Weapon being destroyed, or maybe they cliffhanger it. None of the people here have anything to do with ancient Garleans getting pushed up to the north. Gotcha, it was kind of like a long past sort of event. Kinda close? Cool. Well, I'll be in the second expansion soon-ish then. I have no idea how we're gonna kill something that murdered 3 primals with pretty much no effort. But maybe by the time I fight it, I'll have my skill rotations better. The real problem was they removed Dragon Kick. And my other lizard rotating skill, not lizard, what is it, raptor rotating skill, was in an awkward place on the crossbar. But I suppose I'll just have to get used to that. Anyway. There's a super long story and dungeons. And this is 5 years after that. About an hour and a half to 2 hours, no joke. I believe it. In the meantime, Gaius has taken over the Garlean forces and everyone has been taking time to regroup after all the damage. Yeah, because Ul'dah, like all the Ul'dahians? I'm not sure how to... The people in Ul'dah are just... a lot of their dialogue seems based around barely being able to survive and just kind of trying to scrape things together. And the Sultana was all like, we need to do something, we need to band together, and they're just like, we're just trying not to die from starvation. Can you not right now? Yeah, Gaius is starting to move again. Oh well. Uldahns. Makes sense. But anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. It was a lot more fun to play with you filling in the gaps in my lore knowledge and trying to help me overcome the learning curve of a lot of the... Well, I think they're obtuse to me, but they're probably not obtuse to other players. But accessing menus that I wasn't quite aware of and such. But, yeah. Anyway, catch you guys later. Bye.